and then I'll save the customization. I'm going to put it in a new report, calling it month end reports. Let's just call it month end. We know they're reports. It's in the reports group, for crying out loud. You don't need to do that. It's redundant. And let's say this is going to be number 4 report that we're on. And I will save that. Let's save that. And just to check out what happens then, if I go to the first tab and we go to the customize reports and refresh the screen, we should have the report here, and the balance sheet reports would have been saved. And this is report number 4 after the balance sheet reports, so that we can, in future months, just simply open them up, export them, format them, and then save them all. So let's go over here, and now I'm going to export to Excel. So let's go ahead and export to Excel. It makes me save it first these days, which is kind of annoying because I don't really want to save it. I just want to export it. I'm just going to call it, well, let's just export it here to the transfer file. I'll save this. I'll copy it and then save it. And then let's see if I can find it. We'll go donde, see if I can find it here. And let's make it large S. And so there it is. Let's open it up. So now I want to take this tab now and add it to my other workbook. So if this was my first workbook I would open, I would save it as reports, not just as the income statement report. But what I want to do is add it to the workbook we started before with the balance sheet reports. If you don't have this, that's okay. You can just add all the reports to one Excel worksheet. That's our practice. So I could add another tab and then copy and paste, but I think it's a little bit better if we have both the workbooks open to simply go to the one that we want to transfer, right click on it, and then I'm going to go to move or copy, and then I want to make a copy of it, selecting the drop down. This gives me the open workbooks. This is the one I want to move it to with the reports. That's the one. Okay. There it is. It always puts it on the first tab. I'm going to grab it by left click, drag it to the right. So it's on the right hand side, P&L. I'm just going to put summary, or SUM for the summary. So there it is. Now, of course, we could do further formatting. So I'm going to go to the view tab on the right and then back to the left. So now I can see where the page break is. And so note, I would like to have it kind of centered. So what I would typically do is select the column A, right click, insert a column. And now I want column A, holding down control, and column D to be the same size. So at least it's in the middle of the page, right? So then I can get more technical than that to have the same size to be a certain size and so on. And then I kind of like this to be a little bit smaller. This is what we did before. So I'll, whoop, not that way. Well, let's do that. That's fine. And then make this one go in. So now I have the total column is a bit smaller, and that makes, I like that. And then I like to have the underlines. I'm going to replace the underlines with this underline, just to show some stuff you can do here. And then I'm going to put brackets around the whole thing for formatting's sake. Home tab, font group, brackets. I'm not saying this is the ideal formatting. I'm just showing that you could format it differently, extremely differently. And then I'm going to select this and say, maybe we want this black and white. Maybe we want to change the font, just to show you that we can do a lot more formatting here than we could in QuickBooks. So let's do this. Let's do a similar. Now, when I print all of these on one page, I can then go to the File tab. I can go to the printing options, and I'm using a cute PDF printer, which is free, I believe. Still, I'm not advertising for them or anything, but I've been using that for a while. And then I don't want to print just the one worksheet, but the entire workbook, which means I have the balance sheet reports and then the income statement. So I can get them all on one PDF file without any fancy software that way.